Hey guys, this is Nirmal from NirmalTV.com, and today we'll do a detailed review of Samsung Galaxy Note 3. So Note 3 has been released a few months back, and has one of the best hardware you can find on a smartphone. So we'll have a detailed review of this device, including hardware, the performance, the camera, and also the build quality, and along with the battery life of the phone. So that's what we have in this detailed review. So before that, Samsung released the first Note series back in 2011, and it was instant hit, although reviewers mentioned this as a huge phone. But Samsung Note has created a category for itself. It's called phablets today, and we have quite a lot of phablets from most of the manufacturers today, and most of them are high-end, and Samsung Galaxy Note is the best phablet with the best hardware you can find today. So first we'll have a look at the specs. So this device comes with a 5.7-inch Super AMOLED Full HD display. Then you have a 2.3 GHz quad-core processor, the Snapdragon 800 processor, and also there is another variant, the octa-core processor, along with the Snapdragon 800 processor. So this processor is dependent upon the region. So Europe and US gets the Snapdragon 800 variant, while India and other countries get the octa-core processor. So apart from that, this device has 3 GB of RAM. So that's first of its kind on a smartphone, 3 GB RAM. Then you have the S Pen, 32 GB onboard storage, 64 GB expandable storage, and then a 13 megapixel camera with LED flash. So those are the quick hardware aspects of this phone. So Samsung has retained the design of the Note series. We don't see much of a change except for the curved edges, which is very much similar to the earlier Note series. So the display has gone bigger. Now it's 5.7 inch, and it's a full HD Super AMOLED display. Then on the sides we have the chrome finish to the bezel. All around the bezel you have this chrome finish, and the back, this is one major change to Samsung Galaxy Note. So quite often Samsung has been criticized for the low quality plastics they ship with on their flagship phones, be it Samsung Galaxy S3 or the S4. The quality of plastics was not up to the mark. So now Samsung has tried to compensate for this criticism with the brand new back cover. This has a fox leather finish, and it is made up of a nice finish, leather kind of a finish with the stitching all around. So it gives a premium finish to the device. So overall the fit and finish is vastly improved, but it isn't class leading right now. It still makes use of the plastic. So if you pull out this back panel, you can see this is still made of plastics. Only this cover external finish is just the leather kind of finish. So the plastic quality has improved, but not still not class leading, but we see improvements in this area. So that's a design aspect. On the build quality, Samsung Galaxy Note 3 is pretty good. You can see that the display and the bezel and the design has been made better. So on the top you have the front facing camera, then quite a few sensors, and the earpiece and the speaker for the earpiece. Then at the bottom you have the home button along with two other buttons, capacitive touchscreen buttons. Those are the more button and the back button. And on the sides you have the power button. There is no dedicated camera key like any Samsung Galaxy device. And on the left you have the volume keys. On the top you have the 3.5mm jack along with IR blaster and the speakers, and at the bottom you have the micro SD USB micro USB charging cable. This is a USB 3.0 charging cable. This is again first on a smartphone. Then you have the speakers at the bottom, and then there is the S Pen. So S Pen is again vastly improved over the previous Note version. So the software aspect has also been changed in Note 3. So we'll have a detailed check of that later. So this is the S Pen. So S Pen is pretty much same with previous version. So this variant is the octa-core processor variant. So it has the 4G LTE as well, and it also has 4K video recording. That is, you can record the videos in 4K resolution. So this again first on a smartphone, but as of now, if you want to view the video in 4K resolution, you need to have a TV supporting that resolution, which isn't currently popular. But nevertheless, this is a good feature to have in a smartphone. And on the back you have the 13 megapixel camera with LED flash. Then you have the Samsung branding below the camera and the LTE logo. So this will be available only for 4G LTE models. So that's in the design and quality aspect. So overall we feel the Note 3 has improved vastly in this design and build quality aspect. So this is a welcome move from Samsung. So next, let's have a look at the display. So Samsung has included a 5.7-inch Super AMOLED Full HD display. So display is pretty very good in this phone. This is one of the strong points of this phone. So display is really good. So you can, if you can see, the brightness is pretty good here, and the viewing angles are also really good. You won't find any issues using this display. The only issue we found is that while you're using outdoors or in bright sunlight, you need to switch off the auto modes. The auto mode does not provide enough brightness to the screen in the outdoor mode. So make sure that you increase the brightness manually. So sunlight readability is pretty good, even though doesn't match up with Nokia series phones, which has excellent sunlight visibility. But even then, the Note 3 display is really good. It's one of the best you can find on a smartphone. It's really good. The brightness and the color reproduction is pretty good here. So the display is top notch, and you don't find any issues having on the display. So next, let's have a look at the camera. So Samsung Galaxy series phones have never been known for their brilliant cameras, but they have been good cameras. So Samsung Galaxy S3 is Note 3 is again has a 13 megapixel camera, which is the same one you find on the Samsung Galaxy S4 released early this year. So this has, the interface is pretty much similar. We have done the detailed camera review, so you can check out that video if you want to get a feel of how the camera works. So we'll have a quick look here. We have got a lot of modes here. You can switch the modes here. Then you have the flash settings, video recording options, then there is a night mode, which you can select smart stabilization mode, which you can get a clear picture in low light and darker areas. So that's one good area in the Note 3. Then under the settings, if you go, you can see the option video. You can see the 4K video recording here. This is the 4K video recording. So you can record videos in at 3840 by 2160 resolution. So in this mode there is no dual camera mode, and the recording takes pretty huge memory. So in case you have if you are running low memory, then you need to make sure that you use the full HD mode. So this takes up quite a lot of memory. Apart from that, you have the usual all the steps like filters, live filters in the camera. Then you have the settings as well. You can share options, flash, etc. So all those pretty steps are there in the Samsung Galaxy Note 3 camera. The Note 3 camera is pretty good. It takes good photos in daylight and most of the conditions, but the low light performance isn't very great, even though it has a mode for low light performance that isn't very great, and it does not compare with the 1020 camera, which is the best camera we have currently on the smartphone. So Note 3 has a good camera, but not the best. But still, if you want to look at a decent looking camera, then the Note 3 does have that qualities. Now let's have a quick look at the software aspect. So Samsung Galaxy Note 3 runs Android 4.3 Jelly Bean. Even though 4.3 is not the latest version, 4.4 KitKat has been already launched and is available on Nexus 5 and few other Nexus device. But other than the Nexus device, Samsung Galaxy Note 3 ships the latest version of Android 4.3. So there are still devices which are yet to get 4.3, but Note 3 comes with 4.3 Jelly Bean. So Samsung has added the TouchWiz OS, TouchWiz UI on top of Android 4.3. The TouchWiz UI is very similar to the one we saw in Samsung Galaxy S4, and it's very similar here. And Samsung has included quite a lot of apps like Storyteller app, Scrapbook, S Note. Then you have quite a lot of Samsung apps here. So you can see Action Memo, then Story Album, S Translator, Group Play, S Voice, S Health, etc. Apart from that, these are included in even in the Samsung Galaxy S4, so that those apps have been carried forward to the Note 3 as well. Apart from that, you have a few apps which are specific to the S Pen. So we'll just have a quick look at the S Pen. So just pull out from the tray, and you can see the air command will automatically be switched on when you pull out this the S Pen. So air command has a few options like Action Memo, Scrapbook, then you have the screen write, S Finder, and pen window. So these features we have covered in different video. You can check out that video on S Pen review. So we have covered all the detail aspects of these features. So you can have a look at that video and get a feel on how this works. So S Pen is pretty much pretty good here. It has quite a lot of functions, and it works really well. So Samsung has also improved the software on this S Pen, and it works really good. There are quite a lot of options available in S Pen, and it works really good. And S Pen is an added advantage for Samsung Galaxy Note 3 users. So on the whole, we find that the OS is pretty fast here, since it comes with Snapdragon 800 processor along with 3 GB RAM. You don't find any lag whatsoever. It's pretty fast. It's super fast, we would say. There is no lag anywhere. Whatever task you throw at it, it will perform. Its gaming performance is really good. You won't find any lag in this device. This is the brilliant device when it comes to performance. And the call quality wise, this we didn't find any issues with the call reception issues or while the call quality, but the speaker volume is in the very high. It's just an average device when it comes to speaker volume, and so is the in-call speaker volume, that is in again very much high, but still it's pretty good. So you don't find any issues with either the speakers or the in-call speakers. But we could think that we think that there could have been a better speaker unit on this device. So on the whole, the performance is really good on this device. You won't find any issues with any apps running or any games. Since this has a 3 GB RAM, you won't find any issues in that sense. So the next we'll have a look at the battery life. So Samsung Galaxy S4 packs 3200 mAh battery. So this is one of the biggest batteries you can see on the smartphone. So so Note 3 has a huge display, so hence the need for a bigger battery, and Samsung has added this huge battery on Note 3. So you can see this battery is pretty powerful, and the battery life on Samsung Galaxy Note is really brilliant. For an average user, you will get more than 1 day of usage with this battery, and if you're a power user, you still get 1 full day of battery life with this Samsung Galaxy Note 3 battery. So battery life isn't any issue with the Note 3 as it packs a 3200 mAh battery, and this performs really well. In our test, we got around 1 day and 10 hours on an average usage, and it could extend if you are connected to Wi-Fi. If you are not using 3G, it might go to more than 1.5 days. Even then, if you are a hardcore user with 3G, you will still get 1 day of complete usage. So even if you are traveling, you don't have to worry about battery being getting over pretty quickly on Note 3. So overall, the battery life life on Samsung Note 3 is pretty good, and it's one of the best phones which has a good battery life. So we have covered almost all the aspects of Samsung Galaxy Note 3. So this is currently available in the market, and you can buy it for around USD 700, or in India it's priced around INR 49,999, which is pretty costly when compared to other smartphones. It's one of the high-end smartphone which is pretty costly as well. At the price point, it's really costly. But having said that, the hardware it comes with the Snapdragon 800 processor, then you have 3 GB RAM, 32 GB onboard storage, a brilliant 5.7-inch display, then you have 3200 mAh battery. So everything on Note 3 is brilliant. So if you are looking for a device which is high-end performer, you want all the features, the S Pen is really good, and the software is also pretty good without any lag or any issues. The performance is again brilliant. So if you're looking for a high-end device with top-notch hardware and a brilliant performer, then Note 3 is definitely worth the buy. Even if you're investing 50,000 on a device, it does give you um, good performance as well as great battery life. So on the whole, we feel that Note 3 is one of the best phablets you have today, and it's really brilliant. You won't find any issues with this. Even though we can say that the camera could have been improved on Note 3. The camera doesn't perform really well in low light areas, but in daylight it does perform really good. So overall, Note 3 is a brilliant device to have, even though it's pricier. So if you want a high-end device with a huge display and high-end hardware, then Note 3 is definitely worth the buy. So that's all, guys. Thanks for watching the video. If you have any questions on Samsung Galaxy Note 3, do drop a comment and we'll be glad to help you out. And thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel for all the latest updates.